Imagine discovering that the man your best friend trusted with her entire world, her heart, her only child, and her future was secretly living a completely different life halfway, across the globe. This isn't just cheating. This is years of calculated lies, 2 families, and a public betrayal caught on live news that shattered everything in seconds. I still remember the exact moment my phone rang and my world tilted sideways. This is that story. It was the early 2000s. Flip phones snapped shut, dial-up internet hummed in the background, and the Iraq War dominated every evening news broadcast. Families held their breath every single night. My best friend Lisa had been married to Mike for 12 long years. They met in high school, prom king and queen, the couple everyone pointed to as goals. Mike was tall, broad-shouldered, quick with jokes, the charming soldier who made everyone feel safe. Lisa was the warm, beautiful heart of their home. She baked cookies for the block, remembered every birthday, and kept their small house spotless with yellow ribbons tied proudly on the porch. They had Tyler, their 10-year-old son, a soccer-loving boy with his dad's smile, who believed Mike hung the moon. Their marriage looked picture-perfect from the outside. Mike deployed to Iraq for 6 months this time, but there had been earlier tours. Lisa held everything together. She worked part-time, took Tyler to every practice, wrote long letters, and sent care packages filled with homemade treats and photos. When Daddy comes home, she'd tell Tyler, "We're going to Disney World." He promised. Her eyes would light up every time she talked about their future. Our friend group, the Homefront Sisters, rallied around her. Me, Sarah, Jenny, and a couple others whose husbands were also gone. We had Friday potlucks, wine nights filled with laughter and tears, and group hugs when casualty reports came in. Lisa was always the strongest. "Our men are heroes," she'd say. "We've got this." Then came that ordinary Tuesday that changed everything forever. I was home alone folding laundry, sunlight pouring through the windows, soft music playing on the radio. My flip phone rang sharply. Sarah's name flashed across the tiny screen. I answered with a smile. "Hey girl, what's up?" Her voice exploded through the speaker, raw panic and tears. "Holy shit. Turn on the news right now. Channel 5. Do it, I can't even hurry." She was screaming so loud I nearly dropped the phone. My heart slammed against my ribs as I grabbed the remote. "Sarah, slow down. What happened? Is someone hurt?" The TV flickered to life. A bright, uplifting human interest story. A high school football field 30 miles away packed with hundreds of people doing Relay for Life for cancer research. Candles everywhere. Families walking laps. Kids laughing. The reporter smiled warmly into the camera. And now for a very special surprise for one dedicated mom who's been holding down the fort while her husband serves our country overseas. I felt a strange chill crawl up my spine. Before I understood why, the massive jumbotron on the field lit up with a live video feed. There he was. Mike. My best friend's husband. Standing in desert camouflage, dusty and tanned under the Iraq sun, smiling that familiar crooked smile I'd seen at barbecues and birthdays for years. He was on a video call. Next to him on the giant screen appeared a woman I had never seen before and 2 young grade school children jumping up and down with excitement. Mike leaned closer to the camera and spoke clearly, his voice booming across the field. "Rachel, baby, I love you so much. I miss you and the kids every single day out here. Can't wait to get back home and hold my beautiful family again. You're my everything. Daddy loves you, princess. Daddy's so proud of you, champ." The crowd erupted in cheers and applause. The kids on the field waved signs that said, "Welcome home, hero." The news anchor gushed. What an incredible, heartwarming moment. This is what true sacrifice and love look like, folks. A real American hero connecting with his family from the front lines. The remote fell from my hand and clattered loudly onto the floor. I couldn't move. Couldn't breathe. Sarah was still on the phone sobbing. That's him. That's Mike. Lisa's Mike with another woman and kids. Did you see that? I whispered back, voice barely working. I saw it. Oh my God, Sarah. This can't be real. But it was. Crystal clear. Mike calling another woman baby, claiming 2 other children. The news eating it up like the sweetest story of the year. Rachel. Those kids looked about 7 and 5 years old. This betrayal had been going on for years, right under our noses. I hung up and immediately called Jenny. She answered on the first ring, voice shaking. Are you watching this? I just saw it too. What the hell are we going to do? We stayed on the line in stunned silence as local stations replayed the clip. Every word from Mike felt like a fresh knife twist. The way he kissed the air toward Rachel. The way he promised to bring gifts home. The way the entire crowd cheered for this perfect military family. We started calling the rest of the group. Theories flew back and forth in a frenzy. How long had he been living 2 lives? The extra R&R leave he took 2 years earlier, claiming it was special training. The times Lisa mentioned he sounded distant on calls. The money that sometimes seemed short. Suspicion turned into pure rage, but the heaviest emotion was dread. How were we going to tell Lisa? How do you destroy your best friend's entire world with one conversation? That night we all gathered at my house after dark. Doors locked tight. No kids. Wine poured but barely touched. The atmosphere was thick with tension. Sarah paced the living room like a caged animal. He's had another whole family for years. While Lisa was here alone, scared every single night that he might not come home. While she was raising Tyler by herself. Jenny slammed her glass down hard. Remember when he sent that drawing to Tyler from the desert saying to my only son, "What a liar." I kept picturing Lisa's trusting smile, the way she defended Mike whenever anyone joked about deployment flings. The suspense of knowing and not telling her was eating us alive. We debated for hours. Tell her tonight while she's still in the dark? Wait until morning? Show her the tape immediately? What if she didn't believe us at first? What if Tyler heard it from kids at school tomorrow? Every option felt impossible. The clock ticked slowly. Tension built with every minute. Finally, the group turned to me. You're closest to her. You've been best friends since before Tyler was born. It has to be you. My stomach dropped like a stone. I nodded slowly. Tomorrow morning. I'll go over there. I didn't sleep that night. I paced my living room for hours, replaying the jumbotron scene in my head, practicing 100 different gentle ways to break the news. None of them sounded right. Dawn came too soon, gray and heavy. I drove to Lisa's house with dread weighing down every step. She opened the door in her favorite sweatpants, hair in a messy bun, holding a fresh cup of coffee. She hugged me tight like always. You're early today. Come in. Tyler's already at school. I made blueberry muffins. The house smelled like vanilla and safety. Family photos lined the walls, Mike in uniform. Lisa pregnant with Tyler, all 3 of them smiling at the beach. My hands wouldn't stop shaking as we sat on the couch where she and Mike used to cuddle. Lisa, I need you to listen carefully. Something terrible happened yesterday on the news. She set her coffee down, still smiling a little. You're scaring me. Is Mike okay? Did something happen in Iraq? I took a deep breath and told her everything slowly. The Relay for Life event. The surprise video call on the jumbotron. Mike telling Rachel he loved her, calling her kids his own. The news praising him as a hero. Lisa froze. Her face went completely pale. No, you must be mistaken. Mike would never do that to us. I pulled out the VH tape I had recorded. Watch it yourself. I wish I was wrong. We sat in dead silence as the footage played. Mike's voice filled the living room again. Louder this time. "Rachel, baby, I can't wait to hold you. Tell the kids Daddy's coming home soon." Lisa didn't blink. Tears streamed silently down her cheeks at first. Then the scream came. Raw, guttural pain that echoed through the house. She grabbed a framed wedding photo and hurled it across the room. Glass exploded against the wall. "How many years, Mike? How long have you been laughing at me while I prayed for your safety every single night?" I held her as she collapsed into sobs that shook her whole body. She cried for what felt like hours, asking the same questions over and over. Why? How could he? What about Tyler? The denial, the shock, the anger, the crushing sadness all crashed through her in waves. I stayed right there, crying with her, feeling every ounce of her pain. But Lisa was tougher than anyone expected. After the storm passed a little, she wiped her eyes and stood up. "I need to see the full tape. I'm calling the news station right now." She dialed the number with steady hands. When the producer answered and Lisa explained who she was, the woman on the other end went silent. "Oh my God. Come down immediately. We'll show you everything." We had no idea. We drove to the station in thick silence. Every red light felt endless. At the studio, they treated Lisa with gentle shock. They pulled up the raw, extended footage in the editing bay. Mike flirting openly, laughing with Rachel, telling the other kids bedtime stories, promising vacations and gifts. The reporter praising this devoted family. Lisa watched it twice, memorizing every painful second. Then she looked at the producer calmly. "Thank you for showing me the truth. I'll take it from here." Back at home that evening, we prepared for the hardest call. Speakerphone on the bed. Mike answered after a few rings, voice warm and unsuspecting. "Hey babe, how's my favorite girl doing today?" Lisa's voice cut like ice. "I saw you on the news with Rachel and your other children. I have the full tape. Don't you dare lie to me now." The line went deathly quiet. You could hear the desert wind whipping in the background. Then Mike's voice cracked with panic. "Lisa, please listen. It was a mistake. Deployment stress. Rachel was just someone who was there when I was lonely. The kids happened, but I love you more. I'll end it. I'll fix everything when I get home." Lisa didn't raise her voice once. Those children are 7 and 5. This has been going on for years. I'm filing for divorce immediately. When you land, don't come to this house. The papers will be waiting, and you will be the one to tell Tyler what kind of father you really are. He begged for over 20 minutes, cried, promised, blamed the war, offered to come home early. Lisa listened to every word, then simply hung up. The click sounded final, like the end of a chapter. The divorce process became months of pure hell. Court dates stretched on. Lawyers dug deep. More evidence surfaced slowly. Old hotel receipts from his R&R periods. Hidden letters from Rachel. Photos, bank transfers. Each new discovery hit Lisa like a fresh betrayal. Mike tried every manipulation tactic. Flowers delivered to the house. Emotional voicemails. Even sending mutual friends to plead his case. But Lisa stood firm. Tyler sensed the darkness. The 10-year-old grew quiet and withdrawn. He stopped playing soccer, cried at night asking when Dad was coming home. Lisa would hold him tight, rocking him gently. "We're going to be okay, sweetheart. Mommy's got you. We're stronger together." But once Tyler fell asleep, she would break down in the hallway, silent tears streaming. Mike eventually came home and married Rachel fast in a small ceremony. He posted early social media pictures looking proud, like he had chosen the better path. But karma moved quietly at first, then faster. The military launched investigations into the bigamy and false benefit claims. Demotions followed, deployments stopped. Child support for 2 families drained every paycheck. Rachel began complaining online about money problems and arguments. Their perfect second family started cracking under pressure. Lisa refused to stay broken. She enrolled in night school for nursing while still working days. She studied hard, graduated at the top of her class, and landed a great hospital job. With her new income, she bought a beautiful bigger house with a huge backyard for Tyler. She met David, a kind, honest contractor with no secrets and a steady heart. He stepped up for Tyler immediately, helping with homework, coaching soccer, showing up every single day without fail. Tyler slowly healed. He made honor roll, led his team to victories, started calling David Dad naturally. Years later, Mike showed up at the new house unannounced, looking older and defeated. Tyler, now a tall, confident teenager, met him at the door. You made your choice years ago. You had 2 families and you picked the other one. I choose the people who never lied to me. Don't come back here again. Mike stood frozen on the porch as the door closed firmly in his face. He never tried again. Lisa built a life filled with genuine joy, real love, vacations, laughter, and security. No more shadows, no more waiting by the phone. She rose so high that the betrayal eventually looked small in comparison. When people asked about her ex, she would smile softly and say, "He showed me exactly what I didn't deserve. Now I have everything I do." That's the power of choosing yourself after the worst betrayal. Lisa didn't just survive, she thrived. Mike paid for every single lie in ways he never imagined. If this long story hit you deep, if you've ever been blindsided by someone you loved and trusted completely, drop a comment right now. Share what happened to you. How did you rise? I read every single comment. Smash that like button if you believe karma eventually catches up to people like Mike. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell, because I've got even more intense, emotional betrayal and revenge stories coming every single week. You won't want to miss the next one. Thank you for staying with me through this entire hour. Feeling every twist, every shock, every moment of pain and eventual strength. You're part of this community now. Stay strong, protect your peace, choose yourself always. I'll see you in the next story. God bless.